بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. Welcome to you to this new episode from our program جزء 29 تفسير. And in the last session we stopped at the ayah saying that تبارك الذي بيده الملك وهو على كل شيء قدير, and we have said about it and the basmala also. Now we are going to talk about the second ayah, which الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا وهو العزيز الغفور. الذي whose خلق create, الموت the death, و and الحياة the life, ليبلوكم to investigate or to test you whom is the best, أيكم أحسن best, عمل work, وهو and he is العزيز the mighty and الغفور the forgiver. Those are the words. Now let's talk about the ayah. It is from the text. Allah identify himself in the first ayah that he owned and he reserved the whole exist in his hand, and he is supreme power, control on everything. Now he is continue with his explaining himself to us. In this ayah, he says that he is whose الذي خلق created. So created, as we said in the first time, created means to bring out the thing which wasn't existed to the exist, not according to similar example. For example, Allah created the human being, Adam alayhi salam. So there was no creature like Adam before, nothing at all. So Allah haven't created Adam duplicating a previous picture, a previous creature. He saw him here or here. No. Allah create this creation from the non-existing to exist without a superior example to copy. So everything Allah created, and that is what the word created means, خلق. He created everything he created by bringing it from the non-existing to exist. الذي خلق, who is create, الموت والحياة, the death and the life. Okay, the human being can understand very easy the life. lion, tiger, jaguar, whatever. But how could we understand the death? And how can we understand that the death will be created? What is the death? So that means that the death is something because Allah created. So the death was not exist and being exist. How come is this? Can we see the death around? No. So what is the death? The death, which means the word al-mawta in the Quran Kareem, does not mean that situation when the soul leaves the body and will separate it and the human being will. No. That is not the death. The death, very easy to understand. This is the pen. This pen used for writing. While I am writing, the pen is alive. When I leave the pen like this, now the pen is dead. But it is still here. Yeah. But it is dead. So what is the meaning of death? The death is the stop of activity. Allah says in another ayah of Quran, haven't you seen the dead land? We flew on it a water from the sky and it shaked and become alive. So how come? So Allah explained to us that the death is the situation when the thing is not making his activity what he made for. A land, what is the activity of the land? To give us products, trees, grass, whatever. When we see the desert, cannot make that. So we said about this land, as the Arabic say, Ardun Mawat, dead land. It's not dead, it's there, it exists. But because we suppose that the land activities, work, its job to make for us trees or medicine. When it does not, that means death. This is one. Second, Allah is explaining to us in this ayah something very wonderful. What is that? That the life will not come suddenly like this in one step. The death is one of the steps to bring life. Example, if I got a piece of seeds of sesame, now the piece of seeds alone, it is dead. It is in my hand. When I put it in the land, irrigate it, fertilize it, whatever it is. Now it, by Allah will, it will move and grow up. So who was before who? The life before the dead, or the dead before the life? The dead before the life. So the dead, as Allah says it here, create death and life. So the death case is normally before the life. A very clear example, Adam alayhi salatu wasalam, when Allah created him, He created him a very huge statue, 42 meters. But he was not alive. He is completely created. Liver, kidney, heart, veins, nerves, everything. But he is standing like this, non-active. His eyes is open, but he cannot see. He is not a creature. When Allah decides in a certain moment, Allah blew the soul in Adam, so he become alive. So that is a very good discovery, even from the science side, that we should to study the things while it is dead first. Because the circumstances with anything being dead first will teach us what is the pure characteristics and contents of that thing. Then it will indicate us how this hand, when it was non-active in the death situation, how did it act when it become live? That is in the scientific matters, it's very important. So Allah created in the ayah, who's created the death and the life, for what? For what? This city wasn't there 1,000 years ago. Now it is here. It was dead and been alive. We were not here. Created, been here. For what? For what all that? For what all these animals, trees, air, wind, rain, all that. What is that? That is a test. For who? Kum. لنبلوكم. Kum means you. Means you. Who's you? The ins or Bani Adam or Bashar and the jinn. Test us. So he created the death, he created the life to test us. What sort of test is that? He will test us, ayyukum, who from you, ay, who, kum, from you, for the group, ahsanu, the best, amala, work. What does that mean, yani? Who's best work? That the cleaner in the street is bad worker and the engineer in the company is best? No. What? The president of a state is the best and the student in the high school is the worst? No, that does not matter on this examination. So what is this examination? Examination, obey mind. Obey mind. This is the examination. Obey Allah for what He asked for. Mind any work Allah prohibit it. This is examination. 2 words. Do, don't do. On. This cup of cocoa. I will look. Cocoa, oh good. Halal. That halal means allowed to do. I will drink. Look to the cup. Scotch, haram. Don't do. This is the test. The word in this in Arabic called bala. لِنَبْلُوَكُمْ. The origin word bala. And the bala is very clear. Allah has been covered any kind of bala. Everything is clear in Quran Kareem. Even though Allah leads us, I am lazy, I don't know anything, I am old, I don't know anything. Allah says to us in Quran very clearly, if you don't know, ask who knows. Ask fiqh people. Hello, Sheikh, this is like this, halal or haram? He know, he will tell me. Khalas. But I cannot stay sitting, not caring, and I am eating or doing anything haram. And when somebody discover me, oh, you are doing something haram. Wallahi, yeah. So, who said to you, these 20 years you are doing Salat Witr like this? 20 years you are sitting in the mosque reading Yasin. 20 years, oh, nobody said tell us. Now, whose job is to ask for halal or haram? To Sheikh to inform you or you to ask? No. You to ask. You to ask. This is your mission. Suppose that you have been fined or you are in a country, there is no Sheikh. You got to make initiative, call the next country, ask for a Sheikh to ask him. Okay? So this test which Allah put it on us, it is very simple. It is exactly like how is the nature. All the nature behavior, works, things, believe me, it is halal. By the way, the halal or haram, the haram is coming from the hand made, from the human being made. Cheating in the foods put something haram, that wasn't 200 years ago. The mankind invented. So if we go back to the natural life as it is, as a nature, we will find that all of it was halal. Yani, subhanallah Rabbil Alameen. And the haram things have a very bad effect. Let's go to the ayah. الذي خلق الموت والحياة. So this death and this life is a test. How is the death? How is the death a test and the life is test? That's very easy. Allah shows us in this ayah that you must deal with the death. to activate it. We should, as a human being, not stay looking for these things. Car thrown for 20 years there. It's not accepted in Islam. You must activate it. Your children have some hobbies and like this. You should not keep them dead. You must activate it. So the test of the things as we explained it before, which is the non-activate thing, this is the death, it is a test for us. Allah Azza wa Jal shows us how some people in the previous times, they get used of the mountain. So the mountain is dead, they activate it, and so on. The life itself is very easy. Do, not do. Do, do not do. This is the test. Do what is halal, do not do what is haram. This is لِنَبْلُوَكُمْ, to test you, which one of you the best work. With what? With the death and life. وهو العزيز الغفور, and Allah Azza wa Jal says that He is the mighty. So whatever we can do or create, we will not reach even the minimums of the Allah works. And He is Ghafoor, who is a forgiver. Whatever, we will do a lot of mistakes. A lot. During this age, which we spend it here on the earth, we are trying to do our best with this activating or life dealing. So we will do a lot of mistakes. So Allah Azza wa Jal saying to us, don't afraid, I am forgiver. The next ayah Allah says, الذي خلق سبع سماوات طباقا ما ترى في خلق الرحمن من تفاوت فارجع البصر هل ترى من فطور. الذي خلق, who's created, سبع سماوات, سبعة, 7 سماوات, skies, ما ترى, you will ever never seen, ما ترى في خلق الرحمن, you will not ever never seen in the Rahman creation تفاوت, a mistake or miss, a mistake or miss. فارجع البصر, return back with your analyzation by seeing or others to look for that. هل ترى, do you see, هل ترى من فطور, any system failure. So now we will go to make it tafsir. Allah continue telling us about Himself, as we said before, for what? Allah knows Himself, but He is introducing Himself to us. He is mighty. He don't need us. He do not need us in anything. But He is introducing us in all the Quran speaking about Himself and like this. The only reason for this mention of these things is He wants to give you the trust that you are worshipping someone who deserves to be worshipped. So He is mentioning those miraculous, there is a huge thing, those undercovered, covered, all kind of. Some people they like the mysteriousity, Some people, they know the clearance. Some people, they know, they like the literature. Some people. All that is in Quran. So he is using multiple style of texting to match all the human being moods of like and trust him. In such an ayah, Allah says to us, who create 7 skies. Now, sky also, the people, they understand it wrong. They think that this is the sky, the up sky. That is not the sky. No. In Arabic, anything above you, not touching you, it is a sky. Is that true? Yeah. Because Allah says in His book, we bring water down from the sky. Is the water coming from the sky? Every day we have rain from the sky. We have it from the clouds. So why He called the clouds sky? Because the sky is above us. And He said in another ayah about the airplanes, haven't you seen the flyers in the stomach of the sky? في جو السماء. So, that means another sky. Yeah. But in Quran, if you hear this word, samawat, which is a group of skies, most probable this word means the sky which includes stars and planets and like this, which is in our mind. Yeah. Allah creates 7 stars. How is this stars? Allah says, tibaqa, layers. So the scientist was thinking, is the sky, one sky, above it another sky above it? This is what is in our mind. Sky number 1, sky number 2, sky number 3, 4, 5, like this. Another scientist say no, it is like this. Sky number 1, sky number 2, sky number 3. One of the mysterious thing haven't been uncovered yet till now is how is the shape of the skies. Is it like this or is it like this? Second thing, they haven't even decided yet whether is the skies is partitionized or transparent. How? Partitionized, that means that this sky from here up to this ceiling. I cannot see my neighbor up. So it is partitionized. From here to here, first sky, my neighbor area is the second sky, and so on. Or is it transparent? Like how we see by our eyes, we can see the sky, some planets, stars, and like this, which is thousands of light years. How can we see it in our eyes? So they do like this, and they are guessing, studying, investigating, like this is their right. But nobody can, up to now, say what sort of skies shape do we have? Allah says that He creates 7 skies. And He said, الذي خلق 7 سماوات طباقا ما ترى في خلق الرحمن. You will never seen and Allah having say, look. He haven't used the eyes in the sentence. He say, ما ترى. Tara in the Arabic language does not mean by, compulsory meaning, to see in the eye. Tara in Arabic language can goes for many things. Like if you want to say in Arabic, what is your opinion about this? You will say, ماذا ترى في ذلك. So say, or if you want to analyze anything, a behavior for a man, and you will say, ماذا ترى في فعله. That means judgment. So tara in Arabic language does not mean to see. And this is a miraculous word. Why? Because when you are dealing with the skies, you cannot deal it with your head eye. You need instruments, you need telescopes, you need equipment, tools, and like this. You need to read a lot, you need to make a lot of research. So this word is very highly miraculous. ما ترى, you will ever never see or find. This is very huge. في خلق الرحمن, in the creation of Ar-Rahman. Rahman, one of Allah's names. And he mentioned the word Ar-Rahman, and Ar-Rahman means one of his names with exaggerating form of mercy. And this name Ar-Rahman is for kuffar and for Muslimin, same for everybody, even for the stones, the trees, the air, anything. Ar-Rahman. So he is leading us to say that those skies are not for punishment. It is a mercy thing for the humanity. That is a very huge meaning. So everybody in Hollywood, I don't know where, they are giving us the skies, aliens and I don't know what, all that want to eat and eat us and I don't know what. That this word in Quran is saying to all this crazy imagination, it is wrong. Because Allah created the skies and whatever in it by His name, Ar-Rahman, the merciful. He can, Allah, this is His name. Okay, He has a name like the strong. He can say strong. You will ever never seen in the creation of the strong. So Allah is not putting the words just like this in Quran, no. You will ever never seen in the creation of Ar-Rahman min tafawut. Min means any. Actually, the English language is very poor, too much poor. Min, this means a lot in Arabic. It means from, it means a pet, It means Allah Ta'ala. Here means any for the minimum phrase. يعني the most minimum of the minimum of the minimum of what? تفاوت. What is the تفاوت? The تفاوت is, if I have this paper is continuously paper, very good. If I tear it like this, tearing it, this tear is تفاوت. This space among the two pieces is تفاوت. This like this is تفاوت. So the تفاوت is a system, not a meaning, a system. Humiliate any kind of genius work. This is the تفاوت. Bricks in the building not sitting properly, تفاوت. Tea not delicious or tasty, it's تفاوت. But concentrate, because we have another word in the ayah. Concentrate here. That tafawut is refer to the shape. Okay? To the shape. Like in the scientific let me say it, that's good. In the scientific, in the old years, they were saying that space, they are calling this up space. Then after a very lot of research and like this, they declare that, and they change scientifically the word from space to belt. They said there is no space up, not even pieces of millimeters. There is no space. And they called it the dark material. I don't want to go in this. That's a very huge thing. So they said that there is no any kind of space up. So exactly like our example, there is no any harm, any miss in the shape of the skies. Very good. And Allah invite us. You say, you look by study, look by eye, look by telescope, look on all the scientific material tools. You will ever never see tafawut, a harm or mistake in the shape. And he say, refer back, farja al-basar, refer back, basar. This time he used vision, basar, vision. But the vision is not the human being vision. Take care. The word does not mean the human being vision. He haven't say your vision, your eyes. No. He say return back with your vision. That is also miraculous. Why? Because I might see the skies, and I should, the scientific like this, I should to see it by telescope. And I've seen them several times, that the sky is up and he's looking down. He's looking in the eye of the telescope like this, and he's looking to the sky up. So Allah says, refer back again. After you investigate it with the research, the looking, like this, return and investigate it in life and say, look, by the vision tools, هل ترى من فطور? Do you see futur? What is futur? Futur, it is the systems. This is. So look, in the first word, tafawut. In the second word, systems. So, Allah telling us and challenging us on two words, two sentences. One, you will ever never see any harm or mistake in the shape. And the second one, he is saying that, and you will not ever see any mistake on the systems. What is the systems? Whoa. From here, there is atmosphere. After we go out of the air, there's another system. When we go beyond the solar system, there's another system. And. Because cannot be, subhanallah. This ayah is very highly sensitive. Allah is teaching us that the shape, look to this physics form, the shapes is controlled by the systems. So if the system is correct, the shapes will be correct. And if the shape is correct, the system is okay, is right. So look how is the connection, and that is true. If something, its systems going on okay, the shape of it, whatever it is, it will be okay. I will tell you a story, it's a short story. Last 2 days, I tried to make a flower and something I want to do. So I bought a lot of yeast, khamira, yeast. And I put it on the boat. Alhamdulillah, that boat was very big. So I left it as the recipe as I got it from YouTube. I put it aside for half an hour, 45 minutes, let's say 1 hour, I don't know, I don't remember. When I open it, I start shouting, oh my God! It was so much big, huger than what I thought. And that was a very good joke. It is real, but it's a joke. But it gives us the meaning here. The system of the yeast was wrong, not according what it must be bought. Maybe they said a small spoon, I bought big spoon. So when the system in the flour was too much, the shape become too much. And that's what gives us the miraculous in this ayah. Subhanallah. الذي خلق 7 سماوات طباقا ما ترى في خلق الرحمن من تفاوت فارجع البصر هل ترى من الفطور. In the third ayah ثم ارجع البصر كرتين ينقلب إليك البصر خاسئا وهو حسير. That what we will talk about it in the next time, inshallah Rabbil Ameen. May Allah bless you, and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Any question, please put it to me in the comments, and I will answer it the next time, inshallah Rabbil Ameen. Yeah, wallah, they remind me. Invite your friends also to see this program, which I hope I will give in it a very useful things for our Muslim brothers and sisters. Thank you very much, and Jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.